Hey, what is going on, guys? Victor Werther here, your local real estate agent in South Phoenix and Laveen, Arizona. And on today's show, I wanted to deep dive into 4 categories if you are thinking about moving to South Phoenix. I am a local real estate agent, so I actually live in the area. I know the area like the back of my hand. So with that being said, we're going to get into 4 categories. We're going to get into housing, people, economy, and the quality of life. So with that being said, let's get right into the data. Okay, my friends, so here we are with the data up right now. We are just going to get into this information right now. So we are in South Phoenix, Arizona, okay? Housing facts. Median estimated home values was $272,000, okay? Compared to overall Phoenix was $261,000. But if you look at Maricopa County, it is $294,000. I honestly think $272,000 is on the cheap side, okay, guys? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we're hovering around $300,000 in the South Phoenix side. And now, with that being said, yeah, I think we're around $300,000. So the median list price around $300,000. Now look at the 12-month average of list price change. It is up plus 11.1%. South Phoenix has actually grown into its own little city. There is not much land to build there, so you're seeing just a lot of developments. Like Mary Kay came in right there and bought the golf course off of 7th Street and Dobbins, and they're making luxury homes over there, okay? The base price for one of those houses is like $380,000 or maybe $400,000. So if you're looking for some luxury real estate, yes, there is luxury in the South Mountain, South Phoenix baseline corridor. So I just wanted you to keep that in mind. Take a look at the median home age, 27, 39, and 29, Maricopa County, okay? Now, look at how many people are owning. 61% people own, 39% actually rent, okay? So that is huge. You're seeing more ownership in the South Mountain baseline corridor than you are seeing as far as renters. Let me scroll down here and let me get to the 1 year. So we are here at the median list price. We are here at January 20th, which is $300,000, kind of like what I said earlier. That is kind of like the median sales price for the South Phoenix area. Depending, of course, if you're in the newer South Phoenix area, which is kind of like south of baseline, and if you head north of baseline, well, then you're in the older subdivisions. So it's all going to depend on the houses that you are looking at. Listing volume. Look at how many listings. We have 1,126 units. If you see this line, it has just completely dropped down. The reason for that is because we are in a huge seller's market here in Phoenix, Arizona, and South Phoenix is very, very low to like zero supply, to be honest with you. People are staying in their homes longer now. And because of the location and because all the growth, especially the Laveen, the new freeway, the 202 freeway, etc., it is booming like crazy. So if we look at January 2020, we are at 1,126 units. And then if we go back to 2019, let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. Right here, we are at 1,574 units. So you can see the line is just dropped as far as homes for sale. So if you're looking for South Phoenix, I kind of live on the baseline 20th Street, baseline 24th Street, right by Dobbins. Inventory is pretty much almost zero. There's really not a whole lot of inventory in our area. So if you see something that pops up that you love and like, I suggest you move it on it quickly. And if you need somebody that's in the local area right away, just shoot me a text, email, phone call, and definitely, since I live there and my office is in Tempe, I can swing right by to the South Mountain, South Phoenix, Laveen area real quick. All right, so the next question I get asked this a lot is, if I were to move to South Phoenix, South Mountain, baseline corridor, what kind of people will I be around? Well, to be honest with you, I love the area because you're so diverse. I mean, you have Mexican Americans, Hispanics, whites, Anglos, African Americans, Black, Asian, Chinese, Indian. You have all different cultures. And in our neighborhood is when we have our like little parties here and there, you get to taste all kinds of different foods from like different countries, okay, different cultures. And to me, that's amazing to have my kids around because they get to learn others people's cultures. It's very diverse. It's a very diverse city and town. And so what kind of people live there? So let's take a look at this. We're going to skip let's check out the population. The population that says here is 261,000 people, okay, that live in the South Phoenix neighborhood. Now, look at the change since 2010. 12.8% have moved in, okay? I mean, it's a really nice area. We're backed up to the South Mountain. You could do a lot of hiking. You could do a lot of bike riding. Every weekend, you see a bunch of bike riders just coming from Chandler, Gilbert, etc. They're just coming in and riding on all the way up to the South Mountain Park, which is the South Mountain Park Preserve. So we're going to get into education levels of population, okay? This chart shows education achievement levels of adults in an area. So as you can see, is less than ninth grade, okay? We have 9% pretty much is a dropout rate. 9 to 12 grade, no diploma, 8.3%. High school graduate, South Phoenix, 22.6. If you compare that to Maricopa County and Phoenix, we are right in line. And you can see the entire US of A, 27.3%. Now let's get into some college. Associate's degree, 30.2% people who live in South Phoenix actually have an associate's degree compared to the USA, 29.1, compared to all of Arizona, compared to all of Maricopa, compared to all of Phoenix. Bachelor's degree in South Phoenix, 18.8% of the population have a bachelor's degree compared to Phoenix, which is 17.8, Maricopa County, 20%, Arizona, 17%, and the entire USA, 19.1%. Okay. Now, at least a college education, 29.9% people who live in South Phoenix have a college education. We are not all dumb who live in the South Mountain Baseline Corridor or South Phoenix Corridor, just to let you know. I'm just playing. So you can see the stats there. And look at this. Grad or professional degree, 11.1%. USA, 11.8%. Arizona, there's the numbers. I have 2 degrees, associates, and a bachelor's degree. I do not have a grad degree, but I worked for the number 1 chip maker in the world for a long time, Intel Corporation, but I decided to not continue there. So population of children by age group, there you have it, right in the middle. Toddlers, elementary school, middle school, high school. Now let's get into the population of adults by age group. Okay, look at, we have a lot of people in the 35 to 54 range. 70,242 people make up most of the amount of people who live in the South Phoenix area. And they're the other age groups, 25 to 34, and then 55 through 64. Households with children. Married with children, 18,398. Married without children, well, that's a high number. 20,455. I did not know that. I did not know that we had a lot of people without children living in the area. And I think that's because we have a lot of snowbirds who own property in the South Mountain, South Phoenix area. I know that for a fact, but I didn't think that number was so high. So I'm going to have to dig into that number a little bit and see what's going on. And then single with children, 11,165. Okay. Now, let's check into the household income brackets in the South Phoenix area. Okay, this is just the South Phoenix area, not deep diving into the Levine area right now. We're just doing South Phoenix. Okay, this is from the census data. It's updated frequently and annually. So the top income is, look at 10,714 people make over 150 grand. We have 5,000 people who make 125 to 150. And the big bar is right here, 50 to 75,000, 15,726 people. So, and then look at this one though, less than 25,000. I wonder if they're including like younger adults in here, but that's something I got to dig into. But these two are the brackets that are the biggest. But you can see if you make between 75 to 100,000, you can live very, very comfortably in South Phoenix and Levine, Arizona, to be honest with you, because house prices are still kind of cheap in that area for right now because the Loop 202 just went in. So if you're trying to get in, you better get in right now. Those prices are going to continue to rise. Housing prices are continuing to rise. This is not going to slow down. So let's get into occupational categories. Healthcare and social assistance, 14,346 is the top leader. Manufacturing, 12,464. I can see that. Retail trade, I can see that. Education, I can see that too. What is the lowest one? The lowest one is agriculture. The farmers are selling their land. They are selling their land and making a killing like crazy. Okay, so there is the occupational categories. And of course, if you like to vote, there are votes Democrat, votes Republican. This is from 2016. So there is your data for people who live in the area. And you can see here this is kind of like the map of the South Phoenix area on exactly the area that I'm actually giving you right now. And this is the area that I actually live in on the South Mountain Baseline Corridor, South Phoenix side. It has all kinds of nicknames. So that is the people section. Now let's move into the economy. Okay, my friends, we are back here in the economy section, economic facts and stats. So median household income, $63,806. The median household income for Phoenix is $52,080. Maricopa County in a whole is $58,580. Arizona and in the US of A. So look at that. That's pretty cool. Let's check the unemployment rate, which is very interesting for me. So let's check the USA. The USA unemployment rate is 3.5%. Phoenix is 3.7%. So there you go. You will not have a problem finding a job in Phoenix. And this is the 3-year history. You can see it just continues to drop down because there are so many companies coming in and you can work, okay, for almost anybody here in Arizona. Let's check the USA. It's almost the same. Okay, look at that. There's Phoenix. There's USA. And then let's see what Maricopa is. Maricopa is right in line with Phoenix, of course, and Arizona as a whole. 4.3%. So there you go. As far as unemployment rate, very low number. That's pretty much it for the economy. Let's move on to quality of life. Okay, we are here at the quality of life for South Phoenix. And one thing I want to just point out here is the commute time. You see, what we do is here in Arizona, we are a commuter state. Okay, we drive everywhere. We drive our vehicles everywhere. Okay, there is buses. You could take buses, but we don't have we do have the light rail, and it's coming up on Central to the South Phoenix side, but we don't have anything as far as kind of like, I don't know if you've been to like Europe where they have a train where you can go anywhere. We don't have that kind of like transportation, what I was trying to say. So we drive everywhere. I drive my vehicle everywhere. And if I want to go to Avondale, Buckeye, Chandler, Gilbert, Mesa, Tempe, etc., I just drive. So you'll be driving everywhere. Okay, so let's take a look at the average commuter time. Okay, average commuter time. Okay, it's less than 15 minutes is 20%. This section right here at 15 to 30 minutes at 41.3%. And 30 to 45 minutes at 25.3%. This is almost exactly correct. Okay. From South Phoenix, from like where I live at 20th Street between Euclid and Dobbins, I get to Tempe to my office in like 12 minutes. I drop my daughter at school in Tempe, which is like 12 minutes. I can get to Chandler in 15. I can get to Gilbert in like 20. Downtown Chandler, where all the bars are at, I can get there in like 20 minutes. I can get to the Billmore area in 20 minutes, depending on traffic. Scottsdale is about maybe 25, 30 minutes. The Scottsdale Mall is about 25 minutes. Avondale is probably about a good 25 minutes. Peoria is about a good 35 to 40 minutes. Buckeye is probably about a 45-minute drive from where I'm at, depending on traffic. So you're going to be at least around 45 minutes, depending on what side or where you live on South Phoenix. But, people get to work by driving. I mean, look at right here. They drove alone. 107,002 people drive everywhere. I mean, we don't have public transit, 3,000 people out of a lot. That's a lot. That's a very low number. So for public transit. So we drive everywhere in Phoenix, and you just got to be aware of that, as we are a commuter state. And I just want to give you some of the quality of life facts. Elevation is 1218 for people who are moving in from like the colder states. You can see the elevation, the rainfall. We get zero snow. We have some Superfund sites, and then we are brownfield sites. So, you know, as a commuter state, you can get anywhere. And the reason why I love this section is because I can get on the 143 north and south, 143 north to get out of South Phoenix, come in on the 143 south. I can get baseline to I-10 east and west, 60 east, okay? Then I can get I-10 to the 202. The new 202 has east and west. Okay, then I can go down to I-17 north to get to the I-10 west, or take I-17 north, take I-17 south. And then when I'm at 51, I can get the 51 as well. So, I mean, I can get like almost every freeway from South Phoenix. And that is kind of like the main reason why we wanted to live there. Not only because we bought our house in 2012 and price per square foot was a lot cheaper. It was a one-story home and right by the mountain. I love to hike. Love hiking there. I love the views. I love the views of the downtown. And it feels like you live in a city, but really don't live in a city. If you get my drift. If you're kind of close to the mountain, I mean, the mountain views is so quiet. You know, you get the coyotes at night. You get to see rabbits, snakes. I mean, squirrels. It's crazy, man. I really love it. But it's like living in the city without living in the city, if you know what I mean. Let me just take an example. If you took like a 3,000 square foot home, single story in South Phoenix, and put that in Gilbert, Chandler, Tempe, Biltmore area, or Scottsdale with a pool, $350,000, $400,000 in our area, you could buy that. That'll cost you about $800,000 to $1 million, probably $800,000 to $1 million, especially in Scottsdale. Biltmore, Chandler, Gilbert, you probably $800,000, $650,000 around there. So you get more price for your buck. You just don't have all the bars. The walk score is not that great. You have to drive, right? If you want to go to downtown. Downtown is like 12 minutes. Okay, you want to go to Scottsdale. If you want that nightlife, you have to drive to Scottsdale. You have to drive out of South Phoenix to get the nightlife if you want it. But I'm married with kids, so we're done with that nonsense. But anyways, I just wanted to bring you that information. I hope you enjoyed it. The South Phoenix, Arizona stats and information. Again, it is all right here. If you would like more information, just do me a favor. Just call, text, email, or send, what do you call the birds? They send, you could drop a note, a carrier. Back in the day, the Roman emperors or whatever, they used to use those birds. So yeah, that's the overall market here. So anyways, Victor Huerta, your local South Phoenix and Laveen real estate agents. Hey, call, text, email, send me a message, a Facebook message, an Instagram message, whatever you want if you need help in the area. I'm the local agent. I've been there since 2002, like I told you, from 19th Ave to Baseline, then to 2012 on 24th Street, Dobbins, Euclid area. I'm not going to give you my exact location, but we've been there for a long time. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be bringing more content shortly to the channel. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.